Hi, welcome back to Valley News Live. We're taking a look up in Detroit Lakes where they have a bit of a visibility issue caused by some fog, which will be sticking around for some people through much of the overnight period. But first, let's take a look at the first alert weather days and what we can expect with them. Now, we can expect that snow to arrive for folks in the south about midday on Monday, and that will continue until about midday on Tuesday. Now, again, there is quite a bit of uncertainty with this storm, but the recent models are suggesting a more south and easterly track, and that's what they have been trending over for the past couple of days or so. Now, even if this thing moves farther south, we are still expecting some snow for folks in our viewing area, again, particularly in the south and east. So let's take a look at the American model, the only model that is still suggesting that storm is going to impact our area. So here we are on Monday morning, about 10 o'clock, and folks in the far south are already starting to see some pretty moderate snowfall amounts at that time. And as we move throughout the day, we're going to see some periods of moderate to heavy snowfall alternating throughout the day on Monday. So that could impact your evening commute as you head home from work on Monday. And on Tuesday morning, we could still see that storm impacting folks in Lakes Country as well as the Southern Valley. And that will continue throughout the day on Tuesday until about noontime, and that's when we could see that snow finally start to taper off, but that still could impact your Tuesday evening commute as well, as those northwest winds behind it could cause some visibility issues. Now, again, there is quite some uncertainty, but this is that path that we're expecting the area of greatest risk of 8 or more inches of snow. And notice how it's all for the most part out of our area, just a tiny bit impacting our southern counties. And that area that it's impacting is even less as well. Now, again, there is uncertainty. That European model suggesting that we're not going to see any impacts whatsoever all the way far south and east of us. And that American model, again, has been trending, moving farther and farther south over the last few runs. And let's hope it stays continuing on that trend, and we'll see that one move out of our area as well. Currently here in Fargo, we're seeing those temperatures in the mid-teens, 15 degrees it feels like for, thanks to that southeasterly wind. Elsewhere, we're seeing temperatures in the teens for the most part. Sisseton, though, sitting at 20, Bemidji at 10, Devils Lake also at 10 degrees. Those wind chills quite a bit colder. Detroit Lakes at -2, Jamestown at 4, and Devils Lake at -5 for their wind chills. We're seeing some partly cloudy skies, and some of that could be coming in as fog as well, like we saw up in Devils Lake, some visibility issues for folks there. Now, as we move overnight, we're going to see that fog continue to be an issue, primarily in the south, but could reach pretty far north as well. Now, we'll see some on and off flurries throughout the night for folks, and here we are at about 2 in the morning, so if you're still up, we could see some fog in the south as well as all the way up into Jamestown as well. Now, by 7:30 tomorrow morning, we'll see those temperatures in the teens for most, and some sporadic flurries across the area throughout much of the afternoon tomorrow, and that fog will return out west as we approach evening, and that fog will scoot even farther east as we move toward midnight tomorrow. Now, temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be pretty similar to what they are right now, and temperatures this next week are going to be a bit of a roller coaster. See some nice ones before that winter storm comes in, and then chilly temperatures after that storm comes in. But by Friday, we're back into those low 20s.
I think the good news for many people right now, though, is the storm likely trending more south.
Yes, it is very good news that it's headed that way.
Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Still to come on Valley News Live at 6, we'll bring you a little bit of nostalgia for many people, looking at the history of Dayton's Santa Bears and their long-awaited comeback.